Alright, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. It's 7:37 and the sun is starting to peek through the trees. We've been in the blind since before sunrise. It is Wednesday, November 15th, day 2 of my 3-day fall bow hunt right before opening gun deer season coming up this Saturday. And so far we haven't seen a whitetail out of the blind. We did have that one doe on the trail camera after I had left on Monday setting up the blind. In fact, the doe came right up to here. And my trail cam took a picture, but that's been it. Yesterday we got busted early because of some human activity with an ATV and maybe some tree stands going up. I was hoping that that sound would drive some deer in this direction, but it didn't. I think it just spooked them all away, so we just headed out early yesterday, about an hour and a half early. We called it yesterday. So hopefully today's the day. We're going to stick to the same plan that we had yesterday. I plan on starting out with just doe bleats in the morning, and then from the doe bleats we'll change to buck grunts and rattling calls. And if I ever hear something out in the woods, some kind of a sound, I'll do a snort wheeze, trying to mimic the sound of a whitetail hearing something or just catching a glimpse of something out there. And he does a snort wheeze, and he stomps his hoof on the ground, his leg and his hoof, trying to get that thing to move so he can identify whether that's a threat or not. So that's the plan. We're going to run the same scenarios we did yesterday. Before I got in the blind, though, I did refresh my hanging strips with some fresh estrus dopey. The wind is supposed to be down today, not as windy as yesterday, I'm hoping. But temps are still going to be in the mid-50s by noon to mid-afternoon. So, alright. Okay, here's the current temps. 33 degrees right now. And then they're saying 34 at 8 p.m., getting up to around 52 by 1 p.m. And we're looking at a high of 54 today. The wind is going to be down. That's a good thing, 2 miles an hour. And radar map shows clear sky. So, a slightly better scenario today. The wind should be down. Should be able to hear better. My calls should carry better in the woods. And the only drawback is going to be the warm temp. So, we eliminated half the problems from the last couple of hunts. The woods have settled down. We're going to start with a couple of doe bleats and see what happens. It's about 9:15 right now. We've been doing doe bleats for the last hour and a half, about every 15 to 20 minutes. So we're going to do another couple of doe bleats. We're going to follow it up with a grunt call and start to change up the pace to a little more buck calls. We just went knocking on their door with a doe bleat, followed up with a grunt call, and sit and wait and see what happens. Nothing is moving except for them damn squirrels this morning again. Still no whitetail activity during daylight hours. But I'm down to my last couple of days of fall bull hunting. So lucky and have that one big bruiser buck make a mistake and come through in daylight. Well, we can add crow to our list of animals for today. Red squirrels and crows. Oh, it's 20 to 10 right now. And we're not going to prep this with anything. We're just going to break out the rattling racks. And we're going to do some buck rattling. See if that don't bring something in. The plus today is that there's virtually no wind and the sound is carrying better. But so far, with the doe bleats, the grunts, nothing's moving. See what happens now. All we do is sit and wait. Well, it's 11:45. So far it's just been me and the squirrels. Let's see if we can rattle in a buck. midday bruiser would be real nice to see now, eh?
Well, it wasn't a whitetail, but I rattled in something big coming down the trail. Check this out.
There it comes. So much for my hunt for today. And one of the drawbacks to hunting public land. Well, I guess that's my sign, eh? That's 2 days in a row we had an ATV come through here on the trail east of me. And now just north of me here on the trail, we had a truck come through and he spotted my blind, stopped, you know, checked me out and kept going. There's too much other activity going on in here with other people scouting and getting ready for gun deer season. You would have thought they would have done it by now and not last minute. We're 3 days away. Hey, we try to be optimistic. Maybe we'll be lucky and the truck driving around will be acting like a bunch of guys walking through the woods doing a deer drive. So keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope he does a good job of driving deer. Thought I heard a vehicle coming. Maybe he turned up that other fire lane behind me and it's headed south back there. Yeah, drive all the way around me. Spook all the deer towards me, hopefully. Do a good job of driving for me. Trying to be optimistic as best as I can on public land. Okay, I just heard something off in the woods. Would be kind of northeast, more east than north, but in that direction. I'm going to do a snort wheeze call. And again, I'm mimicking a deer that heard something just like I just did, so that the deer can understand, is it a threat to me or isn't it? So they do the 2 snorts, a snort and wheeze call. Sometimes you hear a snort wheeze back if it's a deer. The wind did pick up just a slight bit. And it could have been a branch hanging in a tree that fell, and that's what I heard. But okay, we'll wait and keep an eye out northeast of me now. Alright, there was no response to that snort wheeze, to whatever sound I heard out there, so we've waited 45 minutes and nothing. So, we're going to create an illusion. I'm going to do a couple of buck grunts, and we're going to follow it up with a rattling rack. And I think that's going to be the last call for today, and we'll wait about an hour and see if anything happens to come in. So, let's give that a shot. So far, that guy driving hasn't driven any deer in my direction. Okay, now we're going to wait about 5 minutes, and then we're going to do a good rattling sequence. Alright, it's about 7 minutes after 1. We're going to go through a good rattling sequence. See what happens. We'll finish this out. Alright, that's it. Let's see what that does, and let's see what all these outside influences did for us today. I'm still trying to be positive, but it's tough. 2 days last week, never saw a whitetail. Yesterday, never saw a whitetail. So far today, never saw a whitetail. Hunt's been interrupted yesterday by ATV, today by a pickup truck. And just keep that positive attitude. Maybe we get lucky and something will walk in on us. Let's see what happens.
Well, I don't know if you'd call this lucky, but something else came in on us down the trail again.
Alright, we're busted again. Second pickup truck going through. This is ridiculous. I think we're just going to call it. I'm going to start packing her up and we're going to call it a fall hunt. Obviously trying to get a hunt in here just before gun deer season is impossible. I can't believe there's that many people 2 days before gun deer season opens on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. You got Thursday, Friday, and you got gun deer season, that people are still driving around looking for a place to hunt. Now my truck is out there, they see it. Driving through here is just plain ignorant as far as I'm concerned. This is too late of a stage. But if one thing I've learned about public land, this spot, even though I've had trail cam activity up the wazoo all summer long, a late hunt here right before gun deer season isn't in the cards. So I think we're just going to pack up and we'll be done. This guy was quiet. The other guy, that Ram that came through, was a diesel. This guy was real quiet coming through. So, I mean, he slowed down, he looked at my blind and kept moving, but driving through here, you know, I just got done with the grunting call and a rattling sequence. If anything was coming in, that truck coming through here, that just busted everything up. And twice in the last hour and a half, hey, I'm done, hunt's over with, we're busted. But the fact that I've had outside influences 3 times in the last 2 days here. ATV yesterday up and down the trail, and then the 2 trucks here within an hour coming through. So
Now, as I was starting to pack up my gear inside the blind, that first truck, the Dodge Ram that busted my hunt about 1.5 hours ago, came through again, stopping multiple times along the trail right by my blind.
I think that's that Dodge Ram. Okay. That's that Dodge Ram going out. He's backing up. And we're going to sit here. Unbelievable. Well, that's public hunting at its worst. I still hear him up there. All right. 3 times I had a pickup come by here in the last hour and a half. I'm in the middle of the frickin' woods. I know it's public land. I know there's fire lanes. If you're just joyriding, you happen to see my truck, hey, That's on you, not me. You know you got a hunter in here. There's a thing called hunter ethics. Obviously, some people don't care. The other thing is, if you're driving through here looking for a place to set up for gun deer season, you got 2 days. My message to you is, you should be doing this a little bit earlier. I'm trying to sneak in a hunt here right before gun deer season for fall bow hunting, but this is a clear message to me. No more late fall bow hunts for sure. Truck stopped. He's getting out of his truck. Well, either way, my hunt's busted, so time to pack it in. Catch you guys later. As we are approaching the opening weekend of Wisconsin's gun deer season, this was my last attempt at fall bow hunting. Now, it is legal to hunt with a bow during gun deer season, but with long-range rifles in use during gun deer season, and I'm needing to be up close and personal with the deer, those two just don't mix in my book. So I like to stay out of the woods during gun deer season. Plus, with all this increase of human activity in the area, it is becoming detrimental to whitetail activity and even hunting activity. Now, I've spent around 60 hours over a 5-day period in my ground blind, and I've yet to see a live whitetail deer out of my ground blind. But I'm not going to let this first year public land hunting experience stop me from my challenge to hunt on public land near my lake cabin area here in north central Wisconsin. The trail cam data accumulated this season here in this area is way too good to give up on this acreage. So I'll continue to learn and expand my knowledge of public land habitat in this area and pattern the deer and the turkey and even human movements. So I invite you to join me on this season-to-season journey to find out what it takes to become a successful hunter hunting public land. Now, watch for our next RO360 giveaway video episode, which will be coming up shortly. Now, this giveaway package will consist of some turkey and deer hunting gear, a combination of both. So again, you'll have to identify a key phrase to get in on a chance to win this package. And that key phrase is, hey, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next RO360 episode. Feel free to comment below, or if you don't want to comment in the public eye, we can also be reached at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Now, if you know somebody you think might enjoy this video series, please feel free to go ahead and share this video or this link with your friend. And as always, whether you fish or hunt, remember, practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. See you next time, guys.